So a lot of the drunk people and the party animals, they get handled by the Western court. And they have a zero tolerance. The Western court has a zero tolerance for obstruction of business or interference with business.
Zero tolerance.
I thought you said no charges, though. You said not a foot. You said you was gonna beat the case. They said no. They said absolutely not. The Western District has no tolerance. None for obstruction of business. How is he getting away with this? I ain't gonna lie to y'all, bro. Johnny Somali, as y'all know, have committed a litany of crimes, a laundry list of crimes. And the lawyer on the case, Legal Mindset, done mapped the whole John out. So Johnny, he know exactly where you committed those boys. And we about to know soon enough. So let's get right into it. All right, y'all. Like I said, Legal Mindset. Andrew Esquire. Let him cook. We have, again, like I said, mapping Johnny Somali's crimes, Ramsey Khalid Ismail criminal case. You guys want to watch the original video? Downstairs below, give a piece of conjecture. Without further ado, let's get into it, baby. Y'all know what we doing.
Let's go over to our criminal map. Now, this is something I promised you guys, but it's become a little bit more than just a map. It's grown. It's grown. So I'm going to show you guys right here what I have of this presentation over here in Canva, right, which I'm going to full screen. So this is my criminal map for Ramsey Khalid Ismail. Now, I actually, so this had a preset like conspiracy board, but I added myself. I spent the time adding little photos and details to make it more Johnny specific. Like, of course, I added the cabbage there. I added the Korean map.
Shout out. I ain't gonna lie. Shout out Legal Mindset for putting in the effort on this show, because I ain't gonna lie. Like, with free editing services, yeah, I'm not gonna hold y'all. I be using CapCut to edit the videos, and then using Canva to make thumbnails. Meanwhile, if you get into like the Photoshop and Johns like this, you can end up making these really good Johns. So hey, shout out him for putting in that work. Tough.
I added the Soju. I added the Hank. You can see that there. The kick symbol, all that good stuff. That was all added by me. So I hope for those that saw the thumbnail, you appreciate the details on this, because a good old conspiracy board is.
As a fellow content creator, brother, we peep game. 10 out of 10.
Just love a good conspiracy board. This is something that you guys asked me to do. You asked me to put together a map of his crimes. But before I did that, I wanted to talk a little bit about my process. Talk about putting this together, talk about how I got this information, and then we'll go into it. And also, this is going to be both a basic conversation and an advanced conversation. So let's start here. Okay, so how do I get my information? So I get my information from various sources. I get it from over there's the blah blah blah. I get it from news. I get it from internet gossip. I get it from other
word of mouth type of John. Basically, the drama. I know how it goes.
other places. Now, I weigh all this information independently and with different weights. So, for example, if some random YouTuber who's never been to Korea and knows nothing about Korea tells me something, I give it very little weight. If somebody tells me something and they have intimate experience with Korea, maybe they've been in the Korean legal system, et cetera, I give it a different weight. I say, oh, well, that they have experience. They're giving it a higher weight. If there's somebody who is deeply experienced, I give it an even higher weight. If there's somebody that I know is credible and can provide sources to prove they're credible, I give it higher weight.
Even higher.
So that's sort of my ranking there when I'm taking in information. Next, and the Phoenix Wright, obviously, for those that don't know, the little anime-looking attorney, that's Phoenix Wright. It's obviously made as a meme here. I'm talking about attorneys. I get information from attorneys, including Korean attorneys. Now, there's a very good reason why most attorneys in Asia do not want to directly report on cases. And this is something I've spoken about. One of the reasons why, of all the legal channels, it's really got to be a foreigner that's reporting on it most times for two reasons. Number one, if you get something incorrect or if you make a misstatement, that can impact your firm deeply. It can also,
and that makes sense, obviously, on a level, because you're within like a trial and a court case, so obviously the information there needs to be hard and concrete. That's exactly why we keep saying that heads needed to keep covering Johnny to make sure all his Jones is out, bro. But then again, if we're talking from the attorney standpoint, of course, you want all your information to be credible and legible, because if people see that you fumbled a case, you got incorrect information in a case, you never get in another case again. Bye. So, of course, that makes sense. Perfect sense to me.
So conflict you out from representing certain types of people, certain clients, right? It can cause problems. And the second, and this is a really big thing, is defamation. The defamation rules here are wildly different. several attorneys.
Defamation, self-explanatory. You already know. Obviously, if you say something incorrect or lie about somebody, you're defaming them. You could get sued for that potentially. There's a lot of that tends to happen on this platform specifically, YouTube.
Including foreign attorneys that are in Korea, have told me they do not want to say anything about this case because of the defamation rules.
And that's fair.
Right? Now, could they be covered under public interest? Yes, but they might be dragged into court to fight that. And unless they're willing to go into court and fight that necessarily, and they're prepared to, risk their career, risk their reputation, risk their firm, right? They're a little bit afraid of defamation because defamation hits different. That's why, for example, when I cover topics like Niji Sanji in Japan, right? Or if I cover anything in East or Southeast Asia, something happened in Singapore, something happened in another jurisdiction, right? The local attorneys, they'll be willing to talk to me privately, but they won't get on the stream and they won't talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
And
that makes even more sense. One, because obviously putting this out to thousands of people, considering, Legal Mindset got 200,000 subscribers, anything you get wrong could be held against you, bruh. It's just like, nah. And with this Johnny case, like, I know obviously there's way more cases that are way more serious than Johnny Somali, than Ismail. But trust, we still want everyone to have the correct information on this Jones because we want him to get the maximum amount of punishment possible. I'm trying to tell y'all, bro, Johnny's really cooked. Like, he be going so in depth on Johnny, bro. I don't know how he's supposed to beat this. I really don't understand where Johnny thinks that, like, bro, he was gonna get away with no charges, bro. He's really cooked on whole different levels. Like,
U.S. is different. We have different defamation laws. In the U.S., if you say something that's true, that's a total defense. That's not necessarily true in Asia. Japan had a famous case about a dentist. A dentist got a bad review, and they had to take it down because it was considered defamatory, despite the fact it was a genuine review on Google Reviews. That's known case law. You can look that up. It's Japanese law, right?
Dang,
it's just.
Then how do you criticize then? Because if it was actually a bad, like, if the obviously, you know how you go on Amazon, you get a product. If the product bad, you see the reviews, yada yada. If the dentist genuinely did bad on his part, you feel like the dentist was like hurting you or didn't give you the best service. How are you supposed to give them like criticism? That's wild.
Don't. Keep your mouth closed.
Hey, that's why some of these. See, I ain't gonna lie. And again, I got nothing against South Korea, but some of the laws over there, it's just wild. Like the mutual assault, John, and now this. I ain't gonna lie. It ain't looking too good for y'all over there. Hopefully, y'all staying safe and staying well.
That's just how it is. And we can argue whether it's good or bad. That's not for me to say. I'm not a moral, this is the morality of XYZ. This is the law. And that's what I try to focus on my channel is this is a law. Now, of course, I am not a Korean lawyer, right? And I never pretend to be, but that's why I can speak to people indirectly and try to filter what they say to me. Now, that said, are lawyers always right? This is a good one, including myself, by the way. I am not infallible. I, in fact, misspeak. I make misstatements. I can say something incorrect. I'm not infallible. I'm not some sort of like, the authority of God over here where every word I say is unimpeachable, right? No, of course, I can say something.
Because he's human. Just like we all are human. But then again, it's to the degree to where you want to take that information. Because if you misspeak a couple times or like one time and it wasn't on some John where you're trying to defame or purposely get that information wrong, then it's like, all right, whatever, we can brush that over. Like, bro, if I say the color of this table is red by accident, the color of the table is black, then it's like, whatever. You like, bro, you're not about to have a whole fit over that. But then obviously in the case of defaming someone or saying, obviously, statements like that, it could be way worse and have way more consequences. But like, if I'm going, me personally, and y'all already know what it is, like as much as we can stay realist, bro, Legal Mindset to me has had the best information on this, John. So even if he misspeak, bro, I'm not finna just be like, oh my God, everything is wrong. Cause he been right on 95% of everything else. Like, bro.
Something, and maybe it was, maybe in the context it might not have been correct, right? Or there needs to be more detail, right? Or I could have misunderstood something, right? That can happen. And lawyers can also be incorrect. And I want to tell a funny story. So my attorney here in Korea was actually technically incorrect about something.
Oh.
So this is very funny. Ooh. So I'm talking to people that know about the Korean system. So you see the little handcuffed emoji, little handcuffs over there? Some people I'm talking to, in fact, several people, have experienced the criminal system in Korea. Whether they've been in prison here, or they've been charged with crimes, or they've helped defend people. They have extensive experience in the criminal system. Now, they told me that it is very possible that additional crimes, if they were committed under the same incident, could be added to the case that's going on right now and set for trial on the 20th of December.
And that was the minor defenses, because this video was I think made 6 days ago, but we had to obviously cover some other Johns, and then mom got big boy job. We don't be having that much time to cover the Johns, but obviously we can still watch this video because it's gonna show where the crimes is at, because clearly all them Jones happened in the past because right now his trial is pushed to March 7th and he is quite literally in an open air prison in South Korea. So, I ain't gonna lie.
So they said, let me be very clear, that additional crimes, if they're related, could be added. My lawyer said that's highly unlikely. Now, of course, they're lawyers, right? So what did they say there? He said it's highly unlikely. Highly unlikely. Does that mean it'll never happen? No. They're just giving the impression that it's highly unlikely to happen, right? So I'm listening to it, and I'm like, okay, you think it's unlikely, but he thinks it's very possible. So let's see if the lawyer's right, and the lawyer in this case is a she. So let's say it's a she, right? The she said it's improbable. The other one said it's possible. There's not necessarily a conflict, but one of them's kind of saying it's not going to happen. One of them's kind of saying it is, right? Or it could. So the non-lawyer was right. The non-lawyer was right. They added the additional charge of violation of the Minor Crimes Act.
There you go.
So now at trial, instead of one thing, obstruction with business or interference with business, it's the same thing, right? Interference with business. And now you've got interference with business, crime 1, crime 2, Minor Crimes Act, violation of Minor Crimes Act. So there's now 2 things because they've added that. They added that on December 5th, officially to the record. It's been confirmed, right? So these 2 things are there. So the lawyer who said it's improbable, well, I mean, they're not technically wrong, but they gave me the wrong impression, right? Now we're going to talk about the stacking because this is confusing. We're going to talk about the stacking charges today. So don't worry, I'm going to explain that. That's why I say we're moving to 1 and 2. But one thing I want to say I put the most weight in, and that's why I put it in the little red circle, and this is what I give by and large the 99.9% of in fact, I will say, if I get something that I see this, I will 100% report on it without any delay. And that is information that has been confirmed by the court itself. If the court...
and that makes obviously perfect sense considering where do you think he's going? Where do you think he was going for that court date, and where do you think he's going on the 7th? To court. That's really tough. So if they say some John like how they have confirmed like Legal Mindset was saying earlier with the minor offenses, John. Oh yeah, it's true. Like yo, Johnny, you got this minor offense charge, and you been had the obstruction of business, John. What happened to no? What happened to none? It's seeming like it's confirmed right here. Actually, we got the docs pulled up right now. It's like, no boy. That John is stuff I'm not even gonna lie.
Court itself has verified the information. I'll report on it. And the best example of that is the court date. The court date, which now everybody has reported on and is citing me over, whether they give me credit or not. I'm the one who reported.
You already know where to go find them. Link line in the description below.
Reported the court date. Nobody else would really know it if I didn't say it. Right. So that's verified. That's with the court. Anybody can go, well, if they know the information, they could go and confirm that. If they know the information. It's possible to be confirmed. So that's something I will report without hesitation. I don't need to weigh it or balance it. It's something that's verified. It's in the system. Right. And then, of course, I also listen to comments, likes, emails, and you can always email me, andrewesquirelive@gmail.com, and I'm willing to answer your email, talk to you, or do whatever, right? So if you
Speaking of that, I still think that like Xena the Witch, Moxie. I mean, I keep saying no, it is Xena the Witch. I was saying Wolf before. Xena the Witch, Moxie, and them, like, bro. I really think they should. They really need to get back in contact with Legal Mindset, bro, because they easily at the ABC Pizza joint, remember with Gino and on, like they easily got a joint for that. There's no way you're not telling me they can't get something for that. Like that was clear harassment. That was clear like being a nuisance. You know what I'm saying? It was clear that y'all were bothering these heads, bro, and in a malicious way. Y'all heard what Johnny was saying? Like, bro, come on, man. Like I ain't gonna lie, but yeah, hopefully they do. You know what I'm saying? Contact Legal Mindset again so they can file some John.
Leave a comment and it's thoughtful, I will read it. And some people will ask me to change the way I present information. Some people want more basic information. Some people want more advanced information. And that's my next slide here.
Oh, both.
Some people need that special basic explanation. They need me to explain laws are when are rules of the government. And
yo, if somebody need to explain laws to you, bro, it's time to go back to 5th grade. I ain't gonna lie, man.
Because I just taught that 2 weeks ago.
Man, I know. COVID, the COVID kids, bro. I know, bro. Come on, we had online school a little bit, but like, yo, y'all not this dumb, bro. We passed this though. Y'all know what the laws is, right? Y'all at least know what the Bill of Rights is, right?
Oh, that one I don't listen to, especially in school. Oh yeah, they know what that is.
Whatever. Oh my god.
Crimes are when you do a no-no, right? Some people need me to explain that. Jail is where the bad people go. Some people need that. And I love you. And if you're there, I still love you. I appreciate you. But that's a level of some people. Below that is general information. And that's where I just have to explain people, for example, that America and Korea are different countries. And in different.
Nah, I'm putting that in basic comprehension too. If you don't understand that, like if you were to think that a country that is on the other side of the world has the same exact laws as the country you're from, you're actually. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you you're a genius. I'm gonna go ahead and just tell you how smart you are.
But some people don't know that.
I could understand if you don't know that, but how could you not infer that? You think the laws will be exactly the same?
No.
There's no shot. Like you'd have. Listen.
Different countries, you have different rules and laws. And a lot of people are shocked that there are other countries that have laws that are different than the United States, and how they apply those laws are different than the United States.
They don't know what
So,
Yo,
for
we
example,
gotta go back
They're
to
stricter.
school, bro. This bad works. If you really don't know these top two, bro, if you can't understand the general info and basic comprehension, whoo, boy,
Look at that drawing.
you need to get off this video, gang. I ain't gonna lie. I got a couple math tutorials in John I can send you, bro, because
a lot of people are shocked, and they still, in my comments to this day, they do not understand that, for example, in Korea, you're not typically arrested and thrown in jail pending a trial. You don't have to post bail. It's not typically required here, right? It's not something that's standard like it is in the United States, the bail system in the United States. And people really struggle with that. And I can say it a million times, but they have trouble with the very basic concept that these things are applied differently. Same thing with something like defamation. I've said it a million times, but I'll say it again. The defamation is applied differently. Let's go back. Let me go back one slide. When I say blah, 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 one source of information, and I can say this, is insiders. Now, you guys saw Fabarius, right? Obviously,
shout out Fabarius.
Fab was the mod for Johnny. So now I've interviewed him. You guys know, and obviously he was Johnny's mod. He had inside information.
Oh, yeah, you remember when we watched Atozi? The person that Atozi was talking about, the mod that gave him the inside information, was Fabarius. I meant to tell you that. So, and y'all know too. So that Atozi vid, the person that was giving him the insider information to let us know that Johnny's equipment got taken was Fabarius. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That was him. I'm pretty good.
How he get the information?
And he's not the only one.
I mean, he was the insider. He was.
So he know other people.
Like I'm
that
pretty
know
sure
people.
Johnny might still trust him a little bit, but not if Johnny saw the interview with Legal Monster. Then it's like, nah. But that information, did come from Fabarius. I'm pretty sure.
One, right? Now, a lot of people don't want to come on camera like he did. Fab was very brave to do that because it takes a lot of balls to actually come on screen and show your face and come out and actually do that. Not everybody does that. Most people on the internet do not have the courage to do that. But
No, they don't. And that's what I'm saying. And this is like not even a Johnny Somali thing. This is just a normal like general life thing. It's like, bro, y'all gotta stop. Sometimes, like I feel like in some directions it's good to have anonymity on the internet, obviously, because some people try to stalk you, get your IP, dox you, try to do all that weird junk. But at the same time, some of y'all feel a little too protected by that anonymity, and start saying Jones you would never even say in real life. Like you start having some of these thoughts in Jones like that. And I'm not telling heads you can't have like certain Jones and certain Jones, but I feel like it's giving y'all too much ego in John like that, bro. Like I ain't gonna lie, like. So, like, obviously, because if you tell somebody stupid and their name is Roblox character 1255, some stupid, John, it's like, bro, you don't know who that is. They whatever they said was stupid, but they not gonna take real offense. Meanwhile, if I say something really freaking retarded right now, y'all know who I am, so my criticism is gonna be way heftier. So I think some of y'all just gotta chill, bro. Like some of y'all, calm it down, man. Just because you got a Goku profile picture and the profile picture not you, it's time to chill. Like you know what I'm saying?
It's out there. They'll make a video without their face, without anything else, and they'll talk or they'll talk smack or whatever else behind an avatar on a forum somewhere else. But he came out there on video, and I respect him for that. But there are other people out there too that have given me information that may not want to come on camera. And in fact, I would say that's the majority of people. That said, let's continue. So then we have specific information. This is where we're going today. And I know that a lot of people, if you are Korean or you have Korean background, you might think, Andrew, the stuff you're explaining is basic. In fact, you might even think that what I'm saying is not totally accurate. It's an overgeneralization or oversimplification. Because to you already know the general things. And you're focused on the specifics. And so we're going to move more down that line. Today we're going to talk a little bit about something that is specific, and it is a little bit more nerdy and procedural. And where you win or lose.
I didn't even notice the last one. Actually, I didn't even see that. That's
is in procedure. It's nerdy. It's super nerdy. It's super specific. It matters, but it's specific. And it's hard
this is the
to
stuff
go
I like
down
to get into.
and talk about that specific stuff without first laying a general background and some basic comprehension. And then at the bottom of the triangle, and you can see, I know you guys know that meme, actually, that's the comic book.
Oh, my
guy.
bad. Yeah, we blocking it up.
And in the legal world, we have the comic book guys. They're out there. oftentimes I'll get a specific comment on my video, or I'll get an email, or I'll get something else that's very hyper specific. And if I can correct myself or make a clarification, I will do that. I appreciate if people can email me and issue me any comment they want to have on that. But some people just want to comment before they say anything, but that's fine. I get it. But sometimes the hyper specific thing is hard to talk about before you get a general background and before you get a general basis, right?
I mean, yeah, because then it's the trickle down effect. That's exactly why this cone right here, this cone shaped John for what Legal Mindset explaining is perfect. Like, obviously, the most general people will understand the most basic information going down, sticking everything in there, to where we talking about, so code section 4-22A, that's the type of John I'm sitting here for. I need to know exactly what Jones Johnny broke, bro, because he gonna get this John, you mean? I ain't gonna lie. Now, clearly, obviously, me saying that, I'm not gonna understand exactly every article in John that Legal Mindset is gonna talk about, because, bro, do I look like a lawyer to you, bro? Let's be honest here, bro. I ain't gonna lie, man. Heads no, I couldn't even get anywhere near law school. That's tough. But, like, yeah, man, this is the type of John I like, especially with these dramas, like when heads get really into it, because, we just want the truth. That's really all it is. At the end of the day, you just want to put out the right type information, the truthful information. No misinformation, no defamation type beat.
All good memes. All good memes. By the way, the top one, the kind of like wedge head, is from the midwit meme. If you guys haven't seen the midwit meme, I actually really like the midwit meme. But anyways, all right, so let's move into this. So we're gonna start with super basic. This is for the real.
Oh, bro, he
got a straight up map.
The whole map. Yo, Johnny, you cook,
Andrew
boy.
Was funny. Andrew was funny.
Yo, boy, hold on, boy. He got that. Just see it. Lotte one. Hongdae is right over to the side. Boy, he gonna put a pin in every Johnny, I'm gonna see you later, baby.
63 building, Hank, when you ran up it.
Yo, my God. Nah, bro, you're done.
Real
kid.
simple,
You're done.
folks. This is for the simple jacks.
Yeah.
Some of you have never been to Seoul. And
Nope.
some of you don't even know what Seoul looks like.
No.
So I created this little map here for you guys that probably never been to Seoul. You may not know what it looks like. This is a wild oversimplification. In fact, it's of course not technically accurate,
Olympic Park.
right? It's in fact kind of off a little, but it's a general little
It got
map
a lot
of
of-
Seoul
a
to
lot
show
of
you
places in
where
there.
things are and what happened. It's a cute map. It's
And
not
yeah,
accurate.
I was about to say this is a better, in my personal opinion, this is a better representation for the overall broad people. See, now if it was really me, I wouldn't care if Legal Mindset was quite literally going onto Google Earth or like Google Maps and going down to the streets, because I'm just a nerd bull. See, I have the time all day to sit on the computer. I know a lot of heads got a life. So yeah, but overall for the broadness of people, I think most heads are gonna understand this. And I was saying this to Mom yesterday. Atozi, his main thing is that he has the rug, that kid's rug that everyone's seen in preschool. You put around the cars. That is what this reminds me of. And everyone would be able to understand that. You know what I mean? Like, bro, even I swear to God, an actual preschooler would be able to understand this, bro. Like, I ain't gonna hold you.
Obviously, like to the millimeter, but it's close enough. And it shows you some things around Seoul. In fact, this is kind of more of a tourist map. You've got the Gimpo Airport, which is the old airport, used to belong to the U.S. Army before it was transferred over to Korea, and is their main domestic airport for Seoul. Also does some international flights to shorter destinations, China, Japan, primarily. You can get flights there. But then the main airport, the big airport, international airport, is Incheon, which is out of this picture, not even in this. So Incheon is out. This is just focusing on Seoul, and really not even the Seoul metro area, just kind of the districts of Seoul itself.
Okay.
You've got the 63 building, that's in Yeouido. That's one of the Hanwha buildings. Got the National Assembly. If you guys saw the big protests and all that going on, that was at the National Assembly building. And right above it, across the river, now that river in the middle is the Hangang. It's the Han River. So you got the river right down the middle of Seoul. You've got the
Wow.
World Cup Stadium.
Right in the middle.
And where that laser pointer is, the red laser pointer, that is Hongdae. Now, obviously, it's a generalization, okay? That is a generalization. You're going to see more specifically. But that is Hongdae. Hongdae is important because currently...
Yeah, Hongdae, if for y'all to know, because I remember Legal Mindset was talking about it in one of his other vids, and I'm sure you're going to get more in detail about this right now. But basically, the way the courts work is like his charges were on... I forgot if Legal Mindset probably going to say, but it was either on the west or east side of the John, and usually you would think like, what's the east side? Wouldn't it just you'd go to court in the city? Nah, that's not how it works over there. So yeah, but a lot of the crimes he committed was mainly in Hongdae. I ain't gonna lie, which is I feel bad for y'all that were there, because again, he was up in y'all spot. He not y'all peoples, and he over there bothering y'all. Like, bro, lay off, bro.
Currently,
We don't
the
know
crimes with which Johnny is charged are going down in Hongdae. Okay? So that's where it is. That's where it's at.
He gets a latte.
So the red dot.
What is that?
I'm just trying to figure out how he gets a latte, bro. He took an Uber.
Nah,
a
look
bus,
right here. Look, Seoul
It looks
Station.
far.
He took the metro.
Oh, okay.
Remember, cause the
Yeah.
anti-terrorist, bro. He had to. I have a bomb.
Yeah, he was doing a lot of traveling.
Like, man, Johnny, that loser.
Attention, because it's going to be very relevant, is what we're talking about for the crimes he is charged that are going to trial. So what is going to trial is only in Hongdae. Now, look at the other side of the map. Look at Lotte World. It's in the
See, that's what I was just
right.
looking at.
Lotte World, L-O-T-T. That's in Jamshil, an area called Jamshil. That is on the other side of Seoul.
I said Jamsil. Jamsil. Okay.
It's also right next to the Olympic Park as well.
Yeah, I see.
It's generally a newer area that was built up later in time. Also, before that, in the middle, is there you see Gangnam in the lower south. Gangnam and Coex. That's actually where I am. I've always stayed in Gangnam when I've lived in Seoul. I've been in Seoul about 3 years, time here on and off for a bit, probably going on 3.5 now. I once again officially have an apartment in Gangnam, right? So I'm still in Gangnam, mostly because it's easier for Westerners to lease here. They have very flexible lease terms, which are easier for Westerners. Korean rental is actually very interesting. It's a whole separate topic. They have a very interesting system, including a system called Jonse, which is very specific to Korea, and it's very unique, very interesting. There's some pyramid type things that can go on with that, but that's a whole separate issue explaining.
Wait, like pyramid schemes for apartments? Yo, I ain't gonna lie. They be trying to turn anything into MLMs. I don't know how to be
Korean
doing
housing, Jonse, all that good stuff. But I'm down in Gangnam, right? That's in the central. Yes, Oppa Gangnam style. Yes, they have a statue by Gangnam Station.
That's why I was like,
God.
almost style.
Then north of that, you've got Itaewon. Now, Johnny Somali was in Itaewon. He did do some things in Itaewon, including defacing the statue.
Wait, hold on. Wait, where is Itaewon on the map? I'm sorry, I'm blind, yeah. I'm trying. Oh, right here. Where the cat, it looks like a little castle right here. Itaewon. So he's saying this is where Johnny committed. This is where he did the diddying to the comfort room statues.
Johnny Somali was in Itaewon. He did do some things in Itaewon, including defacing the statue.
Yep. The
That's near Itaewon is near the old base, the old Yongsan base. It is right in the middle of the city, and it's one of the biggest military bases out there. Period. And in fact, if you think about it, Yongsan, the base in Yongsan, it's right in the middle of the business district of a city. There is no other city in the world that I can think of that the U.S. had a base in the middle of the city. Seoul's really the only one. It's kind of crazy. And then you have right about that Namsan Tower or Seoul Tower. And
that is actually very interesting. I didn't even know that like you could do that in foreign countries where you're basically kind of like taking over their John. Like, dang, bro, this is one of their major cities. This is one of the most major cities in South Korea. Like as Seoul as a whole, like, bro, isn't it the cap? I'm pretty sure it's a capital, right?
Got a base right in the middle.
That's what I'm saying. Yo, America out here just placing each on. I'm not surprised. I'm not.
United States of America for you.
I ain't gonna lie.
And Seoul Tower. You got Seoul Station. And you've got a lot of the palaces, the walls, stuff like that. The Hanok Village, all that good stuff. That's in the north. Now, Johnny did his apology in sort of the northeast. And I'm going to point out to you exactly where he did that. But now you guys have a little bit of a general thing. Now, mind you, he is only at trial for Hongdae. He is not facing trial yet for Jamshid, for anything he did in Lotte World.
I was about to say, so that would count for everything he did in Lotte
So
World.
then he will have his trial and stuff over in Latte World if they decide to.
I would assume he would go over to Gemseal, and then he would have to do it there. And this is why I keep saying his jaws, like, I know it sucks, bro. We really wish it was like the American system. He could get cracked down and like immediately with all the Jones. Yo, it's finna hit that bull like a whirlwind. He gonna be like,
gonna be able to say they give him years or something or time, right? In Hongdae, he can't even go serve it because say if Latte World brings up a charge or something, they gotta wait. For them? Oh, so is he gonna be able to be? He's gonna be in jail, and then when it's time for trial, I guess they're gonna transport him.
Maybe they have to go do another trial, do another court date, or maybe they'll just add on the sentence. They'll
transport him. You do it. I don't know. Where's the jail at?
Yo.
You do a year here, you do a year there. You do a year here everywhere.
Okay.
Everywhere.
So, the courts in Seoul are divided up by districts. This is nerdy. This was basic. Okay, this was basic. Now we're getting more general, right?
Yeah.
And
this is where I'm at. Now I'm stop playing.
About to get advanced. Okay. So hang on to your butts. We're class. Hold on. We're getting a little more advanced here. Okay.
I can't see. My bad.
So Seoul is a very big city, and there's a lot of things that go down. A lot of crimes. A lot of crimes happen, and one court does not handle all the crimes in Seoul. In fact, they have, let me count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Five different zones.
Okay. Five
And they
different
don't
courts,
100%, I don't think they 100% correspond to the numbers, but they're close. They're very close. Close enough that I can use it. So, for example, Johnny's trial is in the Western District.
Over here.
The
Well,
Western Court is handling
March
it.
7th,
That is
right?
zone number 8. So
That's for that. That would be for the obstruction of business and the
Yeah.
minor offenses.
So that's March 7th.
you go over here, zone number 8, you can see it includes Mapogu, Soremun, and Umpyeong-gu. And those are districts, right? So these 3 are within the Western District. That's in Mapo. He did his crimes that he is at trial for in Mapo, in Hongdae. So, and actually, fun fact,
And that does make sense because they were saying when the police came, it was the Mapo police. Yeah, that got him. I remember that. Yep.
the Western Court also includes Itaewon. So a lot of the drunk people and the party animals, they get handled by the Western Court. And they have a zero tolerance. The Western Court has a zero tolerance for obstruction of business or interference with business. They've
0 tolerance.
I thought you said no charges, though. You said not a foot. You said you was gonna beat the case. They said no. They said absolutely not. The Western District has no tolerance. None for obstruction of business. How is he getting away with this?
You mean in his mind?
No, not in his mind. In Hank's.
Oh,
Like,
because Hank said he did nothing wrong.
in Hank's mind.
He's just freedom of speech. Just freedom of
Yo,
speech.
shout out y'all because when I was reading the comments when they was frying Hank, y'all was crying, yo. Somebody said some crazy John, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Freedom of speech.
It was that joke was funny. But yeah, the overall John is like, this guy's hilarious, man. He's not getting away with jack water, bro. Yeah.
his zero tolerance policy. So they were very happy to prosecute that. But if he'd done that in the Southern District or the Central District or the Eastern District or the Northern District, they may not have actually charged him with interference of business. They might have charged him with something else, but they might not have charged him with that. But so he kind of fucked up by messing around in the one district that does not play with interference of business.
Oh, he didn't kind of. He did. No, he just did.
Now, but he did that obstruction of business. Would Latte World be considered that as well?
It depends. It depends because what he did at Latte World was the public nuisance. John, remember when he was in the line, playing out the anthems and the John saying about the children and John. So it could be a whole different joint, but it's gonna be something now.
Yeah,
we already know.
And that's gonna be in the Central, right? Because I think Latte World was down there in that light green, that mint green, light blue.
That's what I'm saying. That John is like, it's crazy, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Just know he's not getting away with none of this.
So he screwed around in the entirely wrong district. So by the way, the Southern District is down there here, the South and Southwest over here. See that over here? And then the Centrals, of course, gets Sochogu and Gangnam, right? So that would be, if I commit a crime right now, where I'm at, I would go to the Central District. If I committed a crime, which I'm not. But I'm a rule-abiding visitor and rule-abiding resident when I'm a resident.
Yeah.
There's a Northern District. The Northern District is, in fact, where he did the apology. He did the apology up here in Dobonggu, right? So you've got that up there in the north. And number 2, we'll say number 2. So that's a Northern District. You've got the Eastern District as number 4. That is where Lotte World is.
Okay, Lotte World
so
in the east.
The
not
Eastern
the
District, Sonpagu, that's where Jamshil is. So that is where the crimes went against Lotte World. So let's go over here. So we're using the same map.
Andrew, stop playing Andrew. I love it. I love it, Andrew.
No, bro. This is. I still can't believe this
Pizza,
guy really did this.
ramen.
Hey, you know what? You know what's so funny? All right, so let's go through it. All right, the mean John. Okay, I'm trying to figure out what would this mean? Which one of the things he did?
Well, you know you're gonna say it. You're gonna break it down.
No, I want to see if I can guess it. I'm trying to see if I can guess all of these things. I know I can do half of them. Latte World is obvious. Latte World is obvious. The Metro thing is with the bomb. That's obvious. The apology is dumb, and that was obvious. The Comfort Women statue is the main thing.
ABC Pizza.
ABC Pizza. The
7-Eleven.
ramen. 7-Eleven. I think this No, it might not be because this wouldn't it just be with this? I was gonna say maybe is this the deep fakes? Wait, is this the deep fakes? We're gonna see.
Okay, well, let's
but
see.
if not, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of 7 now. Me and Mom cooking. I'm not gonna lie.
So don't confuse you guys. I know it's getting more specific, right? Same map over here. All right. So you see in number 1, by the way, in Jongno-gu, in that district is where one of the statues is by the Japanese embassy. And that's the one he did the Diddy party. That's the one he rubbed himself in oil and he diddied himself up. So that's in the north. There, I don't know whether I don't know whether that one would technically be the northern district or the central.
I'm sorry, but hearing Illegal Mindset Andrew saying, "Yo, Diddy parties," I'm sorry, that's the funniest thing ever. Like this is
where he did the Diddy party.
This is clearly, obviously not funny, and I'm still like, yo, that joint still blows my mind to this
I
freaking
can't even
day
watch
that
those
he
clips,
even like, I can't do it anymore either.
Out of his mind,
because it makes me want to crash out. Like this joint is like dead, not funny at all. Like, bro, he's literally the only bull on the planet laughing about. Well, no, I'm lying. Him and Hank and Gino are the 3 only bulls on the planet laughing about this, bro. I'm not even going to lie.
I would have been in trouble because I probably tried to clothesline him.
Oh, no, we would have jumped him. No, I would have just told him
in trouble then.
Oh, yeah, with the mutual song Korea, I would have just had to eat that one. Because look what happened to Yu Dagon. He good. They bailed him out. They was setting up the GoFundMe for him. They would have had to set it up for me, too, because we would have had to box him. Yo, y'all know how Hank got stomped out by the guy and his girlfriend? Yo, me and Mom would have been stomping Johnny out.
I got him at the knees while you got him above.
Where we start jumping him.
Like,
fight back.
Doing, bro?
Fight back. Fight back.
I said, ooh, I'm sorry, I slipped.
My bad. My bad. My bad.
Oil.
My bad. I just slipped into the punch in your face. My bad. It's my fault. Nah, yeah, but seriously though, like, I'm sure I don't have to say, don't even think about trying to recreate any of these actions. Like, let's lock in. Like, yeah, I can't just bull.
Not 100%. I think it's the northern, but don't quote me on that one. See, that's one I don't know, and I'm going to admit I don't know it. Right? But he's not charged with a crime for that. Not at all. And his apology, you see there, is in the northern district, number 2. Now, the crimes at Lotte World, which I put the little castle, and the incident on the train, on the metro, that was in number 4. Now, the metro could be in several districts, because if you remember, he got stopped by the transit cops while he was on the metro. He could have still been coming from the northern district, because he was staying in the northern district, and he took the metro down to number 4. So he was staying. So Johnny Somali was staying around number 2, and he took the train to number 4. So technically,
he went from up here, y'all, around
to down,
Domingun,
okay,
down here to where Lotte World is at.
It could have been in the northern too, the train crimes and stuff, but he hasn't been charged with those in terms of going to trial, right? So let me be very clear. There have been police, and I'm going to explain this in further detail in a second. He has not had a trial date set. There's no trial date for the stuff in District 4 there, for the stuff in Lotte World.
Nothing.
However,
so yes.
We only on 8.
Y'all know what it is. Again, when we're talking about misinformation, did he do stuff in Lotte World? Yes. Are we hoping that he gets charges for those? Yes. But are the things he did and the potential charges he could get, are those things going to be counted towards a trial that is going to be happening on March 7th? No. He has not got official charges for that. No. You know what it is.
In number 8, he has been charged for what's related to the ramen in the convenience store.
Yes, at number 8, he's charged.
And as you can see, number 8, which is the Western District, I also have the pizza.
ABC Pizza.
Because you see the pizza incident, ABC Pizza. And I also put an angry girl. Angry girl. Because obviously he went around harassing, yelling, threatening to rape. And we have evidence today.
Okay. So that ABC go with that.
7 out of 7, because that's what I thought this was initially. I was like, it's gotta be the John, right? When he was saying the things to Moxie and Xena the Witch, I'm like, bro, that has to be. I'm taking that 7 out of 7. 6 out of 7, 100%. Y'all know I passed my test. I didn't pass.
Yeah. Here's your lucky bell. No, I don't want that sound.
Yo, Mom, talk about some. Yo, you want a cookie?
Yeah, like.
You know what?
Here's your lucky bell. You
know what?
A winner?
Make it chocolate chip.
Go. Go.
Hey, we're gonna watch that Johnny Somali intentionally muted his video when he directly threatened to somebody or have somebody. Right? We have direct evidence.
I remember what he said. I'm gonna have my Somalian Edwards rape you N-words.
Don't say the word.
Of course. I'm gonna say the word in front of her, bro. If I said it, y'all, even if
did.
I did,
You
y'all
just said it.
y'all wouldn't. What? N words?
No, not the N word, the R word.
Oh no, you can say that, John. You
okay,
can
well
say
we ain't
that.
gonna say it. We're gonna call it great.
Well, it doesn't matter because we like how many minutes in? You just can't say it in the first like 2 minutes because then
Oh,
they'll
okay.
demonetize it. We like we
Okay,
40
yeah.
minutes in right now, y'all. He said some bad Johns.
All right,
I ain't
come
gonna
on.
lie.
You're going to see his finger pressing the button to mute his chat, and then he makes the threat. Let's continue. So that's what we've got. Now, once again, in Hongdae, we only have the little ramen bowl. We only have the 7-Eleven convenience store. We
Right.
don't have ABC Pizza, and we don't have the harassment.
Right, we don't.
And yes, the harassment stuff is a long shot because it would require a foreigner to file a police report and then for the police to take that seriously and prosecute it. It's a long shot. Does it matter that it's filed, though? Yes, because it does put pressure, even if it's not the
That's what I'm saying.
God.
Xena, Moxie, please,
Yes.
you two have to lock in. You guys gotta lock in. And I already know, and it's gonna suck to say this but it's true though. They already have negative bias against them, so I couldn't see why they wouldn't want to do this, like file against them. I mean, they have probable cause. I mean, y'all saw the John, bro. Y'all saw the clips. We got videos on that John.
And then keep it moving, and then just wait. Come on.
You mean? So, like,
Come on, girls.
important in the aggregate. It's important. And that's what I want to get to with the next part, right? So this is a distinction in Korea, and I want to make this very clear. We also have this in America, okay? But there is a distinction in Korea, and that is there's a report made by a victim and a report made, I call it a public report. You could also call it a third-party report.
oh yes, I remember that. So remember in one of the other Jones Legal Mindset was talking about this, where like they really, if you're like a public bull and you weren't the victim, they really won't take like your witness John serious. I'm pretty sure that's what he about to explain. So here, I'm gonna let y'all.
Think about it this way. If your neighbor calls the police and says, someone stole my dog, the police are going to take that very seriously, especially if there's proof of that.
Because it's my dog.
Like, let's say there's video and it shows someone stealing their dog and they say, someone stole my dog. The police are going to take that seriously. Now, let's say your neighbor calls the police and says, I think someone stole my neighbor's dog. And they've got video. Well, guess what? The police may take the report. In the U.S., if you called, they would take the report. But are they going to think it's serious as the report where the person whose dog was stolen says, that's my dog? And what's even worse, what if the person whose dog was stolen says, I don't care, or I don't want to talk about it? Do you think the police are going to take that as seriously? No.
Nah. And I could see where that would make sense, but at the same time, if we're talking about like in an extreme cause, I think this would be a faulty thing, because it's like, yo, if somebody legitimately saw, let's just say, but then I just argued against myself in my head for that.
But wait a minute, so Xena can't report for Moxie.
No.
Moxie got to report for herself.
They both have, no, that's what I'm saying. They both have to report for themselves, because I was the victim in the situation. Because again, if Xena were to do it for Moxie, yeah, they just gonna be like, all right, whatever. I mean, like, well, maybe they won't be like, all right, whatever, but they'll take it less serious than if Moxie herself was like, yo, he said this Joe to me. Xena herself like, yo, he said this to me. Like, here's the vid. He said it to me.
They're not. So the best situation is if a victim will report it, which is why I have repeatedly asked, and I've said on the channel very clearly, we need victims to come forward.
Yes.
We need the people that were wrong to come forward. In the case of the Mapo trial, the case of the Western trial about the 7-Eleven in Hongdae, the 7-Eleven probably was the one, that brought in the report, and that's probably why they took it very seriously.
Yeah.
Because they pressed the charges.
Yes.
Right,
They were the victim, and they pressed the charges.
And they had a very, very, very good right to do so. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, oh boy, what?
A couple
Versus
of them won. The lady,
A member
What's
of
up,
the public.
man?
the lady that was asking him to stop and to clean up, and he was calling
The
her
old
name,
lady?
defamation of
You
character.
Chinese?
Right? Yeah.
I'm tired of you. Yeah,
She could have did hers and her alone. Like
She could have charged for herself, like harassment
Yeah.
to her. Like, yo, what's this bull doing? And then 7-Eleven could obviously still do the obstruction of business. See, that's what I'm saying. Heck, y'all got, like, yo, if Johnny really harassed you or some sort of and no false allegations, none of that's weird. We
true.
leaving that in 2024. I'm tired of that, John, bro. Them allegations, I'm done with it. Yo, real Johns, if Johnny has severely harassed you or some John like that, it seriously
Please.
bother you, bro, please contact Legal Mindset. And if you really can, please contact the South Korean government so they can get that boy handled. Tired of
and
seeing
forget
this
that
fool.
freedom of speech. She was just freedom of speech calling you a B.
Yeah, bruh. Hank's mindset ain't working, bruh. Hank, we knew you wanted to be best friends with George. We talked about it yesterday, but guess what? You wasn't riding horseback next to him.
Anymore.
It's dead. You talking about free speech absolutism. Yo, bro, you can have whatever views you want, but just know, like one of our supporters put it down in the comments. Yeah, Jones like harassing people and all that is not freedom of speech, genius. I ain't gonna lie. Like I don't know what like like.
Now anybody can go report something in Korea. Anybody, whether they're foreign, a stranger, a just member of the public, anybody can report it. Now, does that mean that public reports don't matter at all?
No.
No, they're not worthless. However, they are given far less weight than the report of a victim. Mm-hmm. And there is a distinction in a report of the victim and a report that's a third party, right? Mm-hmm. I understand this is difficult. I understand it's kind of high IQ. And that's why I waited.
No, I feel like even like, and that's not me trying to be like, oh, yo, heads is dumb. They're not going to understand or no, John. No, I just feel like this is generally easy to understand. Like, listen, again, and I'll break it down even simpler, bro. Let me bring out the chill charm, bro. You are a witness, and the crime really didn't happen to you, they're going to take you less serious. If you are the person that the crime happened to, they're going to take you way more serious. But either way, if you report something, you are allowed to report it, and it will be at least heard. Now, whether they take action against it or not, or do something about it, is, again, it depends on which report it is, but you should still report if a crime or something happened. That's my main point. Don't just think, like Legal Minds is saying, just because a public report doesn't have as much weight as victim that you shouldn't do it. No, you should report still. I don't, like, bro, please. Like,
to say this and make that distinction. I've subtly tried to make this distinction, but I want to make it very clear now. And I got this graph over here for you because this actually makes it very, very clear. So here's what we have. And this is the most accurate and up-to-date map we have, or kind of grid you have. Think about it in 4 different quadrants. Okay? So the most important is what is set for trial. What prosecutors have said, this can go to trial. We're signed off on this, is going to trial. It's clear. There's unambiguous. It's verified by the court. I've got the records. We have obstruction or interference. You can say one way or the other. Interference with business, right? Now, I want to clarify something. I may
March 7th. March 7th, by the way.
That date is March 7th. Yeah.
The date is now pushed back to March 7th, by the way. It's March 7th. This video is like 6 days old, I think. But obviously, still the information is prevalent, though.
I've used the word obstruction in the past, and I meant it in the American sense. There's an American sort of legal idea concept of obstruction of the law or obstruction of justice, which is essentially when you're lying to police, when you're messing with police. So I do.
Hasn't he done that too, though? Because I remember I would mistake this crime, and again, I was a good definition of what Legal Mindset was saying earlier, where like I'm not trying to put out misinformation about the John, but I just said the wrong John. Way before we first started covering this, I was saying Johnny had broke obstruction of justice. Because that's what I thought the crime was at first, but actually, obviously, it's obstruction of business. But he has still done that regardless. Because remember that one video where he had the handcuffs on and his phone was in his bag and he was lying to the police saying he wasn't recording? Yep. That is literally, that is, oh, my bad.
No, Andrew did a video on it.
No, and we watched it. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. But that right there, in the American sense, like Legal Mindset just said, that would be obstruction of justice. Yeah, like, because he's clearly lying to the authorities. Like, that's obvious.
Apologize if anyone was confused when I use the word obstruction to mean the American thing instead of the Korean thing. I know that can be confusing, and I do apologize if I confuse somebody. I'm going to try not to use that word. I'll just say lying to police to refer to crimes related to lying to police, and I won't use the word obstruction because you're going to get confused.
Right.
So when I'm talking about obstruction now, from now on.
So then what should we say? Because like,
no, he's about to break it down. Why he should say what he's going to say. Obstruction of.
This stream forward, I'm going to talk about obstruction with business. Okay, so anyways, we have only 2.
Yeah. So then so he's not changing. He's gonna still say obstruction.
Yeah.
It's just oh my bad.
No, he was talking about the police. He's not gonna say obstruction of law. He just law whatever police. He's just gonna say he lied to the police.
Okay. Yeah. Because then it would confuse. That's where I was kind of getting lost because I was like, is he gonna say something else? So yeah, simplify that down again. Instead of saying obstruction of justice, lying to the police, but his charge is officially when, like, obviously being in on that obstruction of business. 7-Eleven, y'all could, go watch like one of the first videos. And I just want
to know, I guess we'll find out what is the minor crimes act that he
We'll
did.
find out. We'll probably find that out in March, unless it were to somehow get leaked early.
Yeah. Or maybe Andrew might find out and let us know. Yeah. And we're here.
That's what I'm hoping for.
To push it, so y'all know.
2 things at trial. And I want to be very clear about this. These distinctions matter. And I haven't, maybe at some streams I've talked about these separately, but these lines and distinctions matter. The only two things that are set for trial are obstruction or interference with business and a violation of the Minor Crimes Act. Now, the Minor Crimes Act is
officially. These are only two things he's officially charged with so far.
100% a fine. You're going to get a fine for that.
Yeah.
Obstruction, interference with business is typically a fine. That's the typical punishment. Technically, on the books, you can get a maximum of 5. Almost nobody gets that.
Yeah, that's
right.
Clear.
It's unlikely to get fined. If it gets 6 months or a year, that will be like a massive W. It's possible. But once again, that's one of the reasons why we're putting a lot of pressure on this to show it's an atypical case. It's a case in which heavier sentencing is merited. And the typical slap on the wrist is not merited in this case.
No,
that's why
I'm not accepting it either.
Beyond that, we have victim reports.
You getting a fine? Not for all the Jones you did.
No.
No.
We do have victims of defamation. One of the YouTubers I spoke to has a defamation case, which defamation insult can be criminal.
Okay.
In addition to civil. So that's something where
victim.
they are
No, wait, defamation is not bong. Deepfakes. My bad, I read the wrong one. Deepfakes is bong. So yeah.
And they're saying this person did that to me.
So
we also have deepfakes.
Who's getting defamed?
Deepfakes of people.
Who's getting defamed? Defamation. Who did he lie on? Because I know there were other reports and people put in notices for Johnny or whatever that we obviously didn't know about or get super into detail with. So maybe someone he defamed somebody.
People, including some of the YouTubers at deepfakes. I was shown one.
That was bong.
I was shown one that Johnny had where it was all of the YouTubers, the Korean YouTubers, making out with each other. That's a sexual deepfake.
I ain't see that one. I only seen the one where he was doing the one where he was kissing Bong Bong, but that's even more
kissing
wild.
And making out is not the same thing?
Yeah, but he's saying all of these Korean YouTubers together were doing that. I only seen the one picture that I put on the one thumbnail and blurred out. Obviously, the picture's not really there because what you want me to get the case too? No. I only seen the one picture with Bong Bong. So apparently there's more deepfakes. So yeah, he's cooked. I'm not even gonna lie, he's extremely cooked.
Add that on his phone. They're the victims. Direct causation. Direct victim files a report. Get it? Victim report. Now, there's public reports, third party. This is the type of thing I'm considering filing about Lotte World, right? Other people have already filed it about Lotte World, right? Other people have filed a railway law violation. They filed obscenity. They filed business interference on behalf of Lotte World.
Oh my
So they filed it on behalf of Lotte World. They filed it on behalf of other businesses. They filed a bunch of other things as public reports. A bunch of people have done this. It's not me only. And
that's good because think about it. Obviously, we went over the scale. You just saw victim versus public. But if you have so many people putting in the same public report, they gonna force to take that boy serious because it's like, all right, Mad Hedges talking about the same bull did the same crime. All right, get him, bring him in. You know what I'm saying? All right, go get him.
YouTubers have filed it. Members of the public have filed it. And like I said, those public reports by themselves, they don't weigh that much. They're not that serious.
By themselves.
But in the aggregate, they matter. They can matter. Or at least put pressure. At the bare minimum, they can put pressure on the system to take it serious. Right? At a bare minimum. And then last, and that final corner, which I give the lowest weight to, is speculative. Speculative is something for which I have no proof there was a victim report or a public report. So there's a lot of things people have speculated on. In fact, even in my stream, I have speculated on stuff. That means I'm saying this.
If y'all seen it, it was the reasons he gave. Legal Mindset Andrew. He gave his theories on the reasons that Johnny's court date was pushed back. So I'm assuming that's what he means by that.
If somebody was a victim or whatever, they wanted to file that, they could try to do it XYZ. That's speculative, and I try to make it clear when I'm talking about speculation. For example, when I'm reviewing videos, I'm largely talking about speculation. And it's my reasonable speculation, or it's speculation based on the opinions of others. People have said XYZ, right? But that's speculation. Talking about the terrorism charges, talking about computer crimes, talking about other stuff, many other things are speculation. It's possible, but we don't know. I don't know whether there's been a report filed. I don't know whether there's been a victim report. I don't know whether it's anything. It's definitely not set for trial.
No.
So that's the 4 quadrants. I am probably going to come up with a way to give you an update based on these 4 quadrants. So when there's a new thing that's filed, I'm going to say, where is it going? Is it going in the top?
I like that system.
I get it.
Then you can immediately basically the way I'm seeing it is wherever he puts that thing, the new updated thing is these are the levels of seriousness basically. So this is if you're set for trial, cooked.
Right, something could come out of that public report and go into that victim report because now they coming out.
That's what I'm saying. So, set for trial, definitely getting charged with that. Cooked. Public report, people have put it out that he was doing certain things in certain areas, but it's just the people. They weren't personally affected that much themselves, but they reported on it. So, it's like, basically, if I had to go on the tiers, this is tier 1. This is tier 2. Victim report is tier 2. Defamation, insult is basically like, yeah, they're not confirmed yet, the insults and all that, and well, the defense is confirmed that this is real, but these are not like confirmed, like getting charged with yet, but these have like the best chance of moving up to set for trial. Public report is third. These are like, obviously, like I just said, people have reported on this, John, but whether they gonna take it that serious or not is up to the John. But clearly, since multiple people are doing the public reports, like, they'll probably take it a little bit more serious, but probably not as much as these. And speculative is like, bro, he might get charged with these, but I highly doubt it. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, probably not gonna happen. You know what I mean?
Left for trial? Is it going under a victim report, which is given a more weight? Is it a public report, which is less weight, or is it speculative? Because that matters. So now you guys know what's up with this.
Shout out Legal Mindset, man. Let him cook. Let him cook now. That was Mapping Johnny Somali's Crimes, Ramzi Khalid Ismail Criminal Case. Again, if you guys want to watch the original video, down in the description below to give your own opinions and conjecture. Again, shout out to Legal Mind. Go subscribe. Go like. He's got the best information on this case, like I've been saying, and he literally just said, if any more things come out, we're going to be putting it into the quadrant. So clearly we going to know the level of severity and what possibly could happen with this, John. And I could be happy enough to see this. So, yeah, if you are a South Korean resident, that's something I wanted to say, and you were around any of the spots like we were seeing on the maps, in the vid. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. But like any of these spots we were seeing on the map, or you live in any of these spots and you see Johnny Somali going around harassing people and doing y'all know where to go. Y'all know where to go, man.
And like, especially if it happened to you. And
you
got it on
video. And
video.
You're a victim and you got proof. Oh yeah, he's done for. So yeah, I'm gonna need you to
wait. And even if you don't have proof, reach out to Andrew because he gonna go through the clips. Oh, there you go.
No, wait a minute. Now check. Hold on.
Right?
What do you mean if you don't have proof? You can't say that, man. That's wild. And if you don't have proof, if you don't
but
have
I'm
proof,
saying like if they happen, but they don't got it on video, right?
Oh, I mean, well then that's different because then you gotta find a way to like.
But he was recording. They saw him recording.
I'm trying. You got to give me like an example. So
okay, say for instance that lady that was going in that looked like a cell phone.
Yeah, like the T-Mobile looking job.
Right. She wasn't recording.
She wasn't recording herself, but Johnny was. Like, yeah, and obviously
we all seen that. So if she was to come forth, then they would be like, "Show me your proof."
She would have a victim report, because his video would be the proof.
Right, I don't have it, but I know he was recording me.
But that's what I'm saying. You were saying earlier, no proof. You can't do that with no proof.
No, I'm talking about you don't have your legit. It's not on your phone. You can't show them.
Oh, most of the things aren't on people's phones. They're all from his VODs.
Yeah, so I'm saying, so reach out to Andrew. Oh, yeah. Let him know when it happened or whatever. So Andrew could find the clip and say, here you go, I got your back.
Let him cook. Yeah, I just want to make sure, because obviously, I know what it is. We're not trying to spread no misinformation
or
make no false
I'm talking about if you don't have proof, meaning like you don't have it on recording, but you know you
don't know where to find it, basically.
You know he was recording, you know somebody was recording, or maybe the store had a camera. Reach out to Andrew. He gonna help you.
He could help you get access to that footage, therefore being your proof.
What I'm saying.
Therefore, Johnny is
don't feel as though you don't have proof but you don't have it yourself.
There's a way to get the proof is basically what Mama says. So if something happened to you, there's a way to get the proof so you can report on it, John.
Like, I give another example, the little old lady with Hank.
Yeah.
The homeless lady. Of course, she doesn't have anything, but she's hearing stuff and she knows she could go. And I remember they were recording because two black guys had a phone in their hand. Say it, yes. 2 black guys had a phone in their hand. With a Korean.
Johnny, you not in the black community, neither are you.
Yeah, anyway. With a Korean guy. Go report it. Tell him, then let's go. Guess what? Andrew gonna be like, oh yeah. That was at
I remember that exact
that was at this video at this time.
I know that exact street.
I got you back. I got your back.
I know that exact block.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying by proof. Like, you don't have the evidence. You don't have it. But this happened to you.
Of course, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
No, I totally understand. I just wanted you to clarify that so everybody in the audience would obviously know what you mean. Because, obviously saying like, yeah, bro, if you don't got no proof.
I'm going to say Ramsey harassing me, and I wasn't even nowhere near Korea.
You did?
I'm just saying.
I'm like, you did?
We can't say that. I can't
say
that.
I'm going to say it. He harassed my eardrums with all that retardation coming out of his mouth.
God.
I ain't gonna lie. But no,
that
in all seriousness.
No weight.
Yeah, that it should.
None.
It hold weight on my soul.
Don't even waste your time. You're going to be spending more money and trying to report that.
But yeah, seriously, though, again, I can't stress it enough with like how Mom just said. even if you're just someone who saw it in the public and you're making a public report, still make it, because I'm trying to tell y'all with the proof this John could dread mean something, and he could actually get the full amount of consequences that he could potentially get. Because if his Jones is really gonna be this bad and he wanna keep doing these Jones, okay, these consequences gonna be crazy for these actions. Yeah. Tough. I don't know what to tell them bulls, but y'all already know what it is. We got the end of the vid, like I said. Obviously, the link to the video will be down in the description below. Push it to the end screen, gangsta. If you like this video, like it up. Me and Mom very much appreciate that. I ain't gonna lie. 4K up, 4K down. I'm not gonna hold you. 4K is coming up soon, and we appreciate every single one of y'all that be subscribing. Turn on the post notification bell so that every time Mom Troll posts a new video, that boy be fresh up in your feed. And I'm not gonna lie, gang, I'm watching to see if you watch it, the whole video. And last but not least, Mom, y'all know what month it is. Tell them what's up.
Happy holidays to you and your family. Thank you. It is getting close to those who celebrate next week. It's getting close for after that. But time is ticking. I hope you're celebrating. I hope you're eating good meals.
Good foods, good eats.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. And just giving. The gift of giving. You want to give to us? Watch. That's what you got to do.
That's what I be saying. I be saying it pretty much every
That's a gift
vid,
to us.
man.
Thank you.
The
We
best
appreciate
gift we
it.
could get, like this December, this holiday season, is just y'all time, man. We appreciate y'all time.
And listen, if I mean, I don't know if I can say this or not, but if you're like, dang, I want to give more, guess what? Go back and watch our other videos.
I mean, you don't even gotta say that. If people like, if y'all like it, if y'all subscribe and y'all like, man, y'all know where the YouTube page is at. Y'all got here.
Don't feel like, oh God,
you know
I watched that video, but I want to give more, and they said give by viewing. Go view. Oh, we've been out since July 5th, 2023. Go back then when you see us looking busted, and I fell through a chair. Hey, watch those videos.
Tough, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, these are all true stories. I can't shoot. I'll be the one to tell you. I mean, I'm right there.
Thank you.
As always, we appreciate, love everybody.
Yes.
And I ain't gonna lie, we gonna cover y'all when we cover the next
Happy holidays.
Bozo. Peace.